High School Junior ROTC presents the colors. We have the flame of the national
Test. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros. Welcome, bienvenido to our So we're announcing the visiting Salem Witches starting lineup here. Senior guard number 3 is Brianna Guerrero. Sophomore guard number 13, Anna Cantone. And sophomore Cassidy O'Leary. And now for the Lynn English Lady Bulldogs at guard, a sophomore number 3, Rosie Chang. At forward, senior number 10, Lynn Echeverria. At guard, sophomore number 4, Kalia Reynoso. At forward, sophomore number 35, Nia Sams. And at forward, the senior number 15, Michaela Johnson. Head coach is Mackenzie Charles. And I missed a couple of players for Salem there. That would be Angelica Rigo and co-captains Angelica Rigo and Stephanie Cantone. Their head coach is Evelyn Okendo. And they come in with a record of 3-16. So the Lady Bulldogs have hit a road bump here over the last week or so. They fell to Saugus here early last week, and then lost to crosstown rival Classical, who had so much to gain from that win. They still need, I think, another win or two to make the tournament. The Lady Bulldogs were flying through the season, had already qualified, but they've hit a late season slump, not a good time to slump. So this is a big game. They should be able to handle Salem fairly easily here based on records, but they got to play it out on the court. So Juliana Perry not in the starting lineup tonight. I know she's been dealing with a foot injury. I don't have any other information on that, but Rosie Chang in there in her place. This is Chang. Johnson from the corner. You can tell by the reaction. When she hits her first shot, it can spell trouble for the opponent. And she just did, nothing but twine. So Michaela with a 3. very small crowd here tonight. Often the girls have, they bring a crowd out. Tonight, not so much, and you can hear everything both coaches are saying. It's fairly empty, boomy. You hear the echo, and they're counting down 2 seconds. Ooh, and Johnson, Michaela just beat the shot clock. So it's Michaela 5, Salem nothing. Just underway, 1 minute gone here at the Paul Cavanaugh Fieldhouse at Lynn English High School. Salem with the rebound and English with the foul. For Salem, they've got, let's see, 3 seniors and 2 sophomores in the starting lineup, and for English, it's a young team. Chang only a sophomore, Reynoso a sophomore, so they've got 2 sophomores, and Sam's only a sophomore. 3 sophomores to go with Echevarria and Johnson, the seniors. So English with lots to look forward to next year, but they're focused on this year, though, as she misses a pair there, and that ball off on Salem. Salem up 5 on 5-0 on a 3 from the corner, and then a buzzer-beating, shot clock-beating lay-in by Johnson. Chang, Reynoso setting it up as Michelle decides she'll try the other corner. Chang can't handle it. Now there's a scrum on the floor, and Salem comes away with it. Chant of defense comes up from the English bench. And this is a 3, way off target, just barely brushed the rim. Reynoso pounds the ball down. A nice spin move, but the shot won't go. Reynoso with her own rebound. They're gonna call a travel as she got tied up, but before they had a chance to call the jump ball, she took a couple of steps. English with the 2-1-2 trap. No 10-second violation, so they have plenty of time to get it up. Ooh, looked like that was a carry right there. They didn't call it. Their refs are often a little more forgiving of the girls. There is a shot clock, though, and it's down to 3. Oh, that time she should have gotten called for the carry earlier, but I don't think they would have got the shot off. There was only a second or 2 left. So 2.5 minutes gone, and 5-0 Lady Bulldogs. And Salem stays back in the 2-3 zone. Chang with that high arcing shot doesn't draw iron, though. Stolen away, lazy pass stolen away by Reynoso. Pretty move by Kalia as she faked and just tossed that one high. Just though couldn't handle it. That was Cantone the ball went off on. So that last bucket for English was by Kalia Reynoso. Her first points. English 7. And let's see, Kelsey McNeil, number 2, in for Chang. As stolen away. And a foul on McNeil. Let's see, that'll send Stephanie Cantone. I'm assuming these are sisters, Stephanie and Anna. One's a senior, one's a sophomore. This is the senior captain. And the foul on McNeil, her first. And the second on English. No good, so they still haven't cracked the scoring column here. One more. Second one slips in. So Salem's on the board, 7-1. Salem is giving English the shot. As long as it's not Johnson right there, they gave her the shot. They probably shouldn't be doing that. That's her second three from the corner. Everybody else maybe you take a chance on, but not Johnson. Stolen away. Here comes Reynoso. Deliberate. We got a foul on Cantone there. Reach in. Rapley in replacing Echevarria. Raven Rapley, number 11. Salem is really bunching it in around the basket as their two defenders out up top are really daring English to shoot the ball. And it's been Johnson so far early with 8 of the English 10 points. 2 threes from the far corner and a layup. Stolen away by Reynoso. Here's Johnson. Nice drive, but won't go. Johnson had her hands on the rebound as she saw a crease along the baseline, and she drove strong to the basket. It just bounced out. Once again, English pressing, and nice pass by Johnson, but Rapley couldn't handle it. As Salem not handling the press too well, their lazy, soft passes they're throwing easily picked off. A couple by Reynoso. They've got to throw that ball a lot harder if they want to beat that press. Once again, Reynoso. Oh no, that time it was Rapley with the steal. So Salem on 3 straight possessions, unable to get the ball past midcourt. And this will be Cantone inbounding. And the Lady Bulldogs calling out who they're going to be guarding here. Ooh, stolen away. Reynoso. Back to Reynoso at the top. Working it around. McNeil a little too strong, but Sam's all over the rebound. Will stay with English. .307 left here in the first quarter. 10-1. Sam's all alone but can't convert. A little lay-in. And we'll have a... See, I think we got a foul on Sam's, I believe, as she was reaching over to tie up. The Salem player was on the court. And Jessica Ruiz makes her first appearance tonight. She is usually a starter. She's in for Sam's. Number 4 in for Salem. And Cantone almost throws it away. Number 4, not on my roster. And we got a timeout by head coach Stephanie Okendo, as Salem having a tough time getting shots off. English with that trapping defense in the backcourt, but Salem really not handling it too well. Only 1 point on the board with 2:48 left to go in the first quarter. As I mentioned at the top, the Lady Bulldogs were cruising through the season. They had already qualified for the playoffs. I think they had 1 loss in the conference, but last week was a tough one. They fell to Saugus here by 12, and then lost to Classical in a close one at Classical. But Classical having a tough time this year. They were playing extremely. They're playing for a spot in the postseason. English clinched that spot quite a while ago, but One of the turning points was when Kalia Reynoso went out with a foot injury, and since she's been back, she's been working her way back into shape, and the team's been trying to figure out the chemistry. Tonight it's Juliana Perry who's not in the lineup. She's been in and out too with an injury. So Coach Charles looking for a lineup that with consistency. Nice pass inside to Ruiz. And good defense that time by Cantone. She's got some height as Johnson whipped the ball inside to Ruiz. Good pass. Brings it back out. English smothering man-to-man. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if Salem realizes it. Cantone looking for something. Gets it inside. Spins. Good move that time. That was Anna Cantone who spun for 3. So that's Salem's first bucket of the game. Jessica Ruiz with position, not able to get her the ball. Now she's up at the high post. She wants the ball. Nice move by Jessica as she spun to the basket. Very active underneath. And Johnson rewarding her with a nice dish into the post. Jessica spun off the rim, but she'll be shooting 2. And that foul on Anna Cantone. Ruiz shooting 2. Short. And this is Maddie Lorino in, replacing Michaela Johnson, who's been the offensive star tonight, already with 8 points here in the first quarter. Ruiz with a second, and that one goes. So Jessica's on the board. 1:45. Ooh. I saw 2 doubles and a carry. Ooh. And Reynoso with those quick hands, and she races down. Long 3. Count it for Kalia as she knocked the ball away, outraced her defender, and decided it was the rest of the team was nowhere near her. Might as well jack up a 3, and it went. Ooh. And that's Cantone with a bank shot from the top of the key. I don't know if she was intending that, but they'll take that 3. Take any offense right now. Ruiz with position. Nice pass in by McNeil. Spin move in and out. Ball stay with English. McNeil with a nice dish inside to Ruiz, but shot was in and out. Reynoso all alone as they fell asleep. Salem fell asleep, and Kalia snuck in for the shot. Good, and the foul. So Reynoso quickly with 7. Trying to make it 8 to tie Michaela for top honors here. That foul on Amaya McConney. Reynoso converts the 3. So I guess the defender, Lorino, touched the inbounds passer, which is a no-no, and that'll put Cantone, Stephanie Cantone, on the line for a technical. It's an automatic tee if you come into contact with a player when they're still out of bounds. The ref comes over, the other ref comes over to explain to, it's kind of like a teaching clinic as he's talking to everybody. Oh, Cantone having trouble at the line as she misses a pair. Salem ball. missed an opportunity to cut into that lead. They trail by 11. Almost stolen away. This is Cantone, pulls it back out. 15 seconds to go. And that's a 2 for Angelica Rigo, her first points. Inside to Ruiz, and pretty spin move by Jessica as she's carving out that space. Reynoso with the steal. And that foul is on Rigo. Both teams with 4 team fouls with 6.7 seconds left. English on top by 11. And McNeil inbounds. Reynoso almost. Ruiz turns. Jessica not used to playing out there. She had the shot, turned it down, and took a couple of steps. So let's see if Salem can get a shot off. I'm gonna say no. A long pass. Clock goes down. And the Salem girls do not seem to be really aware of the clock, as that clock was ticking down. And rather than shooting it, there was a long cross-court pass. But it's still a game. It's 19-8 at the end of one. We'll step aside and be back for the second quarter. Juliana Perry in. So I thought she was out for this game, but there she is. And this is Lorino, stolen that time by Salem. Almost double dribbles. Oh. Boy, it's an adventure when Salem gets the ball up the court. This is Cantone. Blocked nicely by Sam. Nothing down. She pulls it out nicely. Perry. Lorino. Back out to Perry. Johnson all alone. Michaela is 3 for 3 on the threes. Hasn't missed yet tonight. And when she hits those threes, everything opens up. 33 for Salem. Is Cassidy O'Leary. It'll stay with English. Lorino lost the handle on that one. So for English, let's set their lineup here. It's Perry and Johnson. Perry and Lorino in the backcourt. Up front, it's Echevarria, Johnson, and Sams. Perry. Johnson all alone. Make that 4 threes. And nobody near her. Nobody in her area code. You can't let her shoot. Right now, she has 4 threes, 14 points. Michaela's they're gonna need a heat check here. Michaela, it's getting hot in here, I'm hearing. Right? It's on fire. She's on fire. No, they're cold. They're cold. So between Johnson and Reynoso, they have 22 of the 25 points between the two. I'm kind of surprised that Jessica Ruiz was not in the starting lineup, nor was Juliana Perry. Cheng and Sams started. So I don't know if that's a reaction to the kind of the doldrums that the team's been in, or if there's some other issues going on, but Ruiz made a big impact on the game when she came in, started to dominate inside, just easily getting position and putting the ball up from inside. Salem Gets it over. That time they beat the press, but Cantone couldn't convert. They almost beat it, or they almost made English pay. Lorino for three. Little too strong. Rebound to Salem. This is Stephanie Cantone. Rebound inside by Amaya Makani. She got position, but couldn't score. Johnson to Perry. Lorino. This is Echevarria with a nice drive, but won't go. As she put her head down and just drove to the basket. English, well, it's not that they have a height advantage. It's more they have a bulk. They're stronger. That time took a couple of hops there. And this is number 21 is Yaya. I guess Javalise Soto, but they all call her Yaya, so I'm going to call her Yaya. Yaya in, blocked nicely by Cantone as Perry went right to the hoop and Cantone swatted it away. Yaya is in there for Johnson. Long skip pass. 2 seconds. Got to put it up. Got to put it up. And that time, English unaware of the shot clock as Echevarria needed to put that shot up. And McNeil in for Echevarria. Coach Mack talking to her now about that problem of not being aware of the time on the clock. Cantone. Baskets have been hard for Salem here. A three. Ooh, rims in and out. This is Perry. Goes through the legs. Sams from the corner. Too strong. The Lady Bulldogs just are much more skilled than Salem. Their ball handling, just their overall play. But they have to, they're going to be up against some much stiffer competition in the playoffs, so they're going to need to get their game in gear. And that time, that's an over and back, as that ball can't go back across the half-court line unless it's touched by a defender. English with the turnover. 4:13 left here in the first half. Pass inside, but ball out of the ball, and we got to carry on Soto. For Salem, number 33, that's Cassidy O'Leary, and the co-captain Angelica Rigo, both strong players. Other three, tough pass there as Cantone forced that one inside. Tall and thin, the other three Salem players. So English with a noticeable advantage in strength. Ruiz has been able to pretty much dominate underneath. And that's the fifth foul on Salem, 4 on English with 3:53. Both teams playing under control here. Perry inbounds. Nice pass. Reynoso with the rebound again. One more time. McNeil for three. Ruiz. And Perry comes away with the English dominating on the glass, with Reynoso with 2 point-blank range shots. Couldn't convert. This is Perry for 3. Too strong. And Salem finally pulls it down. Looking to cut into that 17-point deficit. Rigo. Ooh. And that ball was well off target, didn't draw iron. Here comes Perry, sees Ruiz was open, they didn't see her. Reynoso with a tough shot. And McNeil and Perry back. Rigo tried to stop, couldn't do it. Ball comes back to the Lady Bulldogs. And Salem, with under 3 to go, still not in double figures in this game. This is Yaya from the corner. 2 for Soto. This is O'Leary, good hands by Soto. Cantone into her sister, who spins, can't get position. A 3 by O'Leary, and she kind of short-armed that one. Missed it by quite a bit. Juliana Perry brings it up. Michaela Johnson has spent quite a bit of time on the bench here. Perry to Reynoso. Ruiz calling for the ball, but they don't get it to her. 10 seconds to go. Soto again. No good. Good hands by Perry. Beautiful play by Juliana as she drove through the team and laid it in. Her first bucket. English with their biggest lead of the night. It's 21 points. And just nowhere. And Stephanie Cantone with a nice 3. She's actually got 7 of their 11 points. Ruiz, this time well defended, and back out to Perry. Chang getting ready to, stolen away by Cantone. Nice play as she's able to stand up. That time we'll get a foul on McNeil as Cantone was able to get to her feet and can keep her dribble alive, and finally McNeil a little over-aggressive. Kelsey McNeil picks up her second. Both teams with 5 team fouls, 1:11 to go. Chang in for Perry. Back to Cantone. Just missed. Stephanie Cantone beginning to heat up here. Under a minute to go. Reynoso keeps the dribble alive. Good move by Kalia. Pretty move as she looked like she was going to pull up, and she kept it going and just tossed that shot in for 2. So Reynoso having a big game along with Johnson. Ruiz, nothing doing. Rigo. Reynoso, 1-on-3, stolen away by Cantone. And Reynoso comes from behind and hits Cantone, reaches in. Next foul will put Salem on the line. That's the 6th for English. Lorino in for Soto. And Rapley. So Reynoso and Soto out. Rapley and Lorino in. Shot clock is off. Good play, but O'Leary had position but didn't use the backboard. And English with 12 seconds to go. Let's see if they get a shot off. Chang. This is Lorino. Nope. Misses everything. McNeil. They need to shoot. Chang won't go. That'll do it. So, at the end of one complete, it's been all English. They're up by 20 by a score of 31-11. The two players, the two stars, offensive stars for English, Michaela Johnson with 4 threes for 14, and Kalia Reynoso with 10. So those two in double figures. And Salem just having a tough time just beating the English press, handling the ball, and just offensively really struggling. But we'll see what happens in the second half. So we'll step aside and we'll see you for the second half with the score. Lynn English 31, Salem 11. As both teams step back out on the court, we'll set the lineups. This is, so we got Perry and Reynoso in the backcourt. Up front, Echevarria, Johnson, and Sams in the middle. Not Ruiz, but Sams. For Salem. Got a 5-second count as she was unable to advance that ball. This is, I believe, the starting line. No, number 3 is, the starting line. Brianna Guerrero, 14, Angelica Rigo, 21, Stephanie Cantone, 13, Anna Cantone. Nice drive as Reynoso right by the defender. As Kalia, it looks like she's getting back in condition here. Cantone can't hold on to it. Who am I leaving out on? Oh, number 33 for the Witches is Cassidy O'Leary. So the Salem, I guess, let's see. They've basically gone with this 5. Let me see who else they brought in. Nice pass inside to Sam. Turns it down. Johnson turns down the 3. Echevarria, baseline drive. Good block there by Anna Cantone. All ball. And turns the ball over as the shot clock was winding down. Let's see. Salem, I believe, went with 6 players in the first, only one sub, which was Amaya McConney. Other than that, they're 5 starters. And Cantone deep in the corner. She's been all their offense here as she figured, what the heck, I might as well shoot. Nothing but net. Perry dishes to Sams. Won't go. Perry gets the rebound herself. No block out there. Echevarria for 3. Everybody putting up 3s here. Lynn for her first points of the game. And English extends that lead to 22. Very little pressure by Salem on the outside shooters, so good drive by Cantone, and Coach Mack doesn't like the defense there, and he calls the timeout. Stephanie Cantone, base, has had 3 threes and 12 of the 16 points for Salem. It's been Stephanie versus Lynn. Stephanie versus Kalia and Michaela. Those 3 girls accounting for almost all of the points. Coach Mack, even though English is up by 20, Cantone hit a wide open 3, and this time just drove right through the defense and converted a layup. And he wants to make sure that they're playing defense out there. Because as I mentioned, they're at the end of the season here, which is coming up soon. They'll be in the playoffs. English is going to be playing some tough teams. Northeast Conference, very weak this year. And English has pretty much dominated until recently. Saugus looked good. Classical beat them. And so they need to step it up to get ready for the playoffs. Perry and Reynoso will bring it up. We've played 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Looks like Salem's gone to a man-to-man here. They played most of it in the zone. Reynoso, little too strong, but Echevarria with the strength, and she gets fouled as she just ripped that rebound away and got hit. Now let's see who we got that one on. That's the second one on Anna Cantone. Only their first team foul. English, no team fouls. Echevarria shooting 2. She just converted a 3 from the corner. Too strong on the free throw as hit the back rim and came out. Needs a little more touch on that free throw. Nope, too strong. Sams, nice cut to the basket by Echevarria. Spins, gets her own rebound. Back out, Perry, stolen away. Nothing doing as O'Leary just drives, puts her head down and drives. There's nowhere to go. English ball. Perry uses a pick, dishes to Sams, to Johnson. Nice strong drive as Michaela switches hands. She's a lefty and put that up right-handed. Smooth drive by Michaela Johnson. Johnson all over Cantone. 10 seconds on the shot clock in the corner. I don't know if they're aware of it. Cantone just had to throw it up. Nice drive by Perry. The dish a little off target. Pulled away by Rigo and Salem ball. Rigo brings it up herself. Doesn't want to get trapped in the corner. Ooh. Cantone just off the front rim as she's been their offense. Perry brings it back out. Reynoso, lots of space here. That time it's Echevarria, rims out. Sams, good hustle as Nia dove on the court. Sprawling on the court to tie up the Salem defender. Ruiz in, Echevarria out. And we get a timeout here with 4:07 to go in the third quarter. It's Lady Bulldogs on top, 38-16. So Perry inbounding. Reynoso, but Ruiz just off. O'Leary with the rebound. Pulls it. O'Leary stolen away by Sams. She gets fouled by O'Leary. And that'll be the second on Salem as O'Leary having trouble handling the ball, but she's doing a lot of dribbling. She probably ought to give that ball to one of her teammates. Ruiz, nice drive. Tries the reverse lay-in, won't go. Good attempt by Ruiz. Johnson, good pick there by Rigo. And in and out as Rigo set a tough pick. Reynoso, Johnson, good defense, stolen back. Nice bounce to Reynoso. Hard foul by Rigo. That'll put Reynoso on the line shooting 2. And Salem with 3 quick fouls here. English still with none. Kalia shooting 2. First one good. Reynoso makes a pair. Ooh, whoa. Johnson slipped and and Cantone slipped over Johnson. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, a foul on Johnson. She slipped, and Cantone just fell right over. Stolen away by Johnson. It's 3-on-2. Michaela. We're going to get that foul on Rigo. That's 4, and Salem quickly getting into foul trouble here. So Rigo is out, and let's see who this is. Number 3 is Brianna Guerrero, who started this game, but and number 5 is Amaya McConney. Ruiz. This is Johnson, turns down the 3, resets, off. Feet not set that time. And Salem's got to be more aware of who they're passing it to. Nice shot by McConney there for 3. You don't want to pass it to a player that's having trouble handling the ball. Amaya McConney is on the board. Johnson turns down the 3 and kicks it. That ball go back to Salem as Johnson gets called for the kick. Ooh, hard pass handled by Cantone. This is Anna Cantone. Good move. Won't go. Perry rips it away, and English running. Perry. Nice pass to McNeil for 3. Ooh, just missed. And Perry, the 2 5s. And that'll be possession arrow to Salem as the 2 5s tie each other up. Lorino in for Johnson. Approaching 2 minutes. O'Leary brings it up. Cantone, nice drive, but gets her own rebound, and she gets fouled and converts. Good hustle that time as Cantone cut through the lane, missed the easy one, but got her own rebound and put it back and got fouled. So looking for the 3-point play here. She's had a tough time at the line tonight. Let's see if she can convert the 3-point play. And she does. So Salem within 18 now. English had that lead up to 24 a couple of minutes ago. So Salem cutting into the lead a little bit. This is Rapley. Nice pass inside to Ruiz. Pretty spin move, and she put that up left-handed. Nice move by Ruiz. So Ruiz and Rapley back in. Kelsey McNeil with the rebound. Back to Perry. She'll bring it up. Goes right around. Oh, nice no-look dish. McNeil. Beautiful pass by Perry, but Rapley turned it down. Lorino. Good drive, but too strong off the backboard. She had Ruiz, but almost all of the English players can handle the ball. Lorino, Perry, Johnson, McNeil, Reynoso. Nice position, and Ruiz makes it look easy under there as she just powers her way underneath and spins and puts it in. Lead back up to 22, and Lorino gets called for a reach-in. Under a minute. English has doubled up Salem 44-22. Cantone almost loses it into O'Leary, and she gets fouled by McNeil. I believe that's Kelsey's 3rd. Let's see, 2nd or 3rd. Both teams with 14. That's her 3rd. Both teams with 14 fouls now. McNeil with 3. And Yaya about to come in for McNeil. Let's see. This is O'Leary's first interesting. She almost kneels, almost touches the ground before she shoots, and just not enough power in that shot. As I guess Yaya's in there for Rapley, not McNeil. So a deep knee bend. And the second one rattles out. And number 13, Ruiz. Nice spin. Good block that time by Cantone. Anna Cantone. Ball stays with English. As Ruiz got position, Cantone blocked it nicely. So 16th stolen away. And she's trapped. Loreno gets tripped by Cantone, who comes, good sportsmanship. She comes by to check on her. Shot clock off, 22 seconds to go. Stolen, and let's see who we get that one on. Is it on McConney? I think. Next one. So Salem with 16 fouls from here on out. The whole fourth quarter, English will be in the bonus. Gets it into Loreno. 15 seconds. Good pick by Yaya. McNeil with her own follow. 5 seconds. Gets it into Ruiz, won't go. And that'll do it. Nowhere to go, and 3 Bulldogs in her face. So English maintains. Let's see, they had their lead at halftime was 31. So they had a 20-point lead at halftime, and they push it out to 22. So at the end of 3 complete, it's all English, 44-22. English will be inbounding at midcourt. I'm looking to see who number 13 is, but I don't see her on the. Jadielis Perez. Nice move by Ruiz as her reverse. She went under and around the rim, and a reverse lay-in. Very pretty move by Jessica, as she has quietly stolen by Sams. So they've got 2 big players up front in Sams and Ruiz. Loreno cuts, back out to Ruiz. She'll give it to Loreno. It's too short. Jessica with 9, so 1 more, and they'll have 3 players in double figures. Heading into the fourth quarter, Johnson with 16 and Reynoso with 14. A hook shot by Ruiz. Haven't seen one of them in a while. As Ruiz with the old school hook shot. And that'll be the 7th foul. That's the 4th on Anna Cantone. So 1 more and she's out. And Ruiz will shoot 2. Too strong. From here on out, every foul for Salem is going to put English on the line shooting 1-1. Ruiz misses the first. Just underway, 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. And the second is good. So Jessica with 10. English has called off that. Looks like they're. English picks them up at half court. Cantone. Shot won't go. This is Sams, bring it down. Nice pass. Loreno won't go. Sams with the rebound. This is Perez. Nice drive. Oh, the pull-up. Actually, that was a kind of a float. A nice shot by Jadielis Perez. Wouldn't go. This is O'Leary. And Soto got ball and body, so that'll put O'Leary with that interesting approach at the foul line. back on the line. I think there was once an NBA player who kind of did that a little bit. I don't know if he went as far down as that. So far it hasn't worked for her though. Rosie Chang in and Ruiz out. Second one good for O'Leary. Rigo will bring it up. We haven't seen Stacy Abreu tonight. A 3 by Cantone is too strong. Good position by McConney, though, and they pull it down. This is Rigo again, way too strong. But Loreno can't handle it. Go back to Salem with exactly 6 minutes to go. Let's see for English. Abreu has not been in there. I think that's it. And Salem loses it. That'll go back to English. I'm looking, I don't see her, so she may be injured or unavailable. I don't see Stacy on the bench. Everybody else has made an appearance. Sams turns down the 3, Chang doesn't, and converts. She can hit from out there. Rosie Chang gets on the board. Good block by Sams. She's got a big height advantage and just reached up and swatted that one away. And head coach for Salem, Stephanie Oquendo, calls a timeout. And we've got this game really never in doubt. The English has stretched it out to 27, and Coach Mack getting all his players in there. For Salem, that last quarter 3 was their best quarter. They had 10 points in that quarter, but they've only scored 2 so far here, and it's been all English. They're just more experienced, more skilled, stronger. So a building year for Salem, and they've got. I believe, let's see what they have on their roster. They've got 1, 2, 3 sophomores and 3 freshmen. Actually, McConney, number 5, only a freshman. Thought she was a sophomore. Their starting unit has 3 seniors and 2 sophomores, but McConney, only a freshman, and 2 other freshmen. I only see 8 players available. So. Really, they're asking a lot from those starters. And this is Cantone, who has stepped up here. That's her 4-3, so she's matched Michaela Johnson here from 3-point range. Michaela's been on the bench quite a bit here. Chang turns down the shot. 15 seconds. Lady Bulldogs, nice drive by Loreno. She turned it on there and turned on the Jets, and Loreno. But this is O'Leary. She gets fouled. And that time, she's starting to find the range from the foul line. That time, swished that one. And let's see who we got here. Number 2, Kelsey McNeil back in, and number 20 is Mackenzie Acevedo. That's the first time I've seen her make an appearance. So Acevedo, she might be halftime JV, halftime varsity, but she's in now as Coach Mack, trying to get everybody some playing time here. This is Acevedo. Back to Chang. So all the starters are out now. Acevedo for three, just, we're going to get Acevedo on the foul. And that should put Salem in the 1-1. Both teams from here on out for the last 4:25, they'll be shooting 1-1. It feels like O'Leary has spent this whole quarter on the foul line. So for English, they've got 21 is, this is the front end, is Yaya Soto. Kelsey McNeil, nice pass to Chang. Pretty pass, McNeil to Chang. Rosie with 5 here in the fourth quarter. This is a little, that was Cantone. Rebound, Yaya. Number 22, Lorino, and number 20, Mackenzie Acevedo. Chang. Nice move as Chang goes right around the defender, and she's got 7 quick points here in the fourth quarter. All in the fourth quarter. English with a 29-point lead. Cantone, nowhere to go. This is Rigo. Ten seconds. No, Cantone puts it up, spins and banks it in as Stephanie Cantone with a big night. Let's see, she's got 12, 14, 16, 12, 14, 16, 18. Unofficially, Stephanie Cantone with 20. And that'll be off Cantone. I have Cantone with 20 points here unofficially. Nice pass, tough pass, but Chang was able to handle it, tracked down by Acevedo. Stolen, and McConney breaking, but that'll put Salem on. English, Salem in the bonus now, 1-1, both teams. Oh, somebody other than O'Leary on the line here. Let's see who this is. I believe that's Cantone. 3, 6, 9, 12. Hits the first. Second one, no good. Soto with the rebound. Lorino quickly to Acevedo. Nice pass. Lorino leading Acevedo. Everybody, let's see. Let's see who hasn't scored now. Almost all of the English players are on the board. Cantone. Ooh, tough shot, almost went in. And it'll stay with Salem. Rigo, nope. Acevedo. Here comes Lorino. Boy, is she quick. Soto, and she gets fouled as Lorino, very quick. English with Lorino, Chang, Reynoso, Perry, all of them can drive to the hoop. And Anna Cantone fouls out here, and she'll be replaced by See who that is. That's Brianna Guerrero, number 3. Soto makes the first. Makes them both. So English has doubled up Salem 60-30 with 2 minutes to go here. Ooh, McConney almost got called for the up and down. Quickly back to Cantone. A late pick by O'Leary. Back to O'Leary. The shot clock's going to wind down. Cantone had to launch it. And shot clock goes off because it didn't hit the rim. Cantone shot off the backboard, but had no choice but to throw it up. For Salem, it's been all Cantone with 21 of the 30 Salem points. Good drive by Perez, a little too strong. Soto with the rebound, couldn't convert. Salem players are going to be tired after this game. They've basically gone the whole distance almost, playing with 6 players. English playing all their bench. And English playing hard right up to the end, both teams. That ball stolen away by McConney. Back to English. Under a minute to go. Neither team letting up at all here. Lorino will bring it up. Lorino be on the line, shooting 1 and 1. Oh, I was going to say too strong, but she banked that one in. Lorino having a nice fourth quarter here. Some pretty passes, drives to the lane. Second, makes them both. They weren't pretty, but they both count. Good drive, but too strong. Pulled down by Perez. Strong drive. Beautiful pass to Lorino. Pretty play by Jedalise Perez to Lorino, who's having a great fourth quarter. 10 seconds, blocked. That should do it as Lorino brings it down. They're going to pull it back out and just dribble it out. Perez holds on to it, and the clock's going to tick down. And that'll do it as English wins going away by a score of 64-30. The quick wrap-up here for English, Michaela Johnson finishes with 16. Didn't really play much in the second half, and she had all her points in well, she had 14 of the 16 in the first half. Finishes with 16. Reynoso also with a strong first half. She finishes with 14, was on the bench for the fourth quarter. Jessica Ruiz with 10, and Rosie Cheng with 9 in the fourth quarter. Maddie Lorino with 6 in the fourth quarter. So contributions from everybody for Salem, just too much English. But Stephanie Cantone did everything she could, scoring 21 points of the 30 that Salem scored to lead the way. So that'll do it as English dominates and wins it going away 64-30. For my camera people, we have Tita Tepantel, and Jessica Krish. This is Ken Vorspan, and we'll give a shout out over here to Kevin. Kevin Wynn sat over here and he did stats and he told some jokes and he kept everything moving here. So that'll do it. We'll see you next time.